Good day, YouTube. This is Jay Money with Falling Forward Financial. Just an update here on HITI. I've talked about them quite a few times here on the channel. One of my favorite MJ stocks. They are down, but there for a while they were still up. I was still in the green. I have been buying them in the 141 range, 140s, but it's currently at 154, so it has came up. But they're down over 75% in the last year. In the last 3 months, they're down over 47%. Here in the last month, down over 33%. Just had a major drop off there. Here in the last week, they're actually in the green, 3.36%. And here's a look at today. So kind of some interesting action. But last week I was buying them in the $1.41 range, and this is a long-term hold for me, so looks like I'm in the green now. So if you don't know much about HITI, they're a manufacturer and retail of MJ smoking accessories, lifestyle products, operates through the following segments. Founded in 2009, $92.31 million market cap, high today of $1.53, low of $1.43, 52-week high of $7.98, and low of $1.37. Not a whole lot of volume on this one, 201,000, and there's the volume today, so doubled. So I wonder if that's right. That don't seem, well, it's not going to be 201 million, I know that, but 1,000 just don't seem right. So sometimes things aren't updated here on Robinhood. So next earnings expected on September 13th after hours. This is an old account in Robinhood. I opened up a different one, so I don't have that open here, but you can see where I was buying it back in March for $4 and $3, and how much it's down since then. But I just did a video on Tilray earlier, and did another video on 7 MJ stocks. Canopy was one of them, Aurora was not, but I threw in some sundial videos since I've talked about them numerous times here on the channel as well. Investors in HITI have unfortunately lost 77% over the last year. This was out today. So priority to avoid stomach churning catastrophes wherever possible. We shouldn't blame HITI shareholders if they were still in shock after the stock dropped like a lead balloon, down 77% just in 1 year. Loss like that would be a stark reminder that the portfolio diversification is important. To make matters worse, the returns over 3 years have also been really disappointing. Share price is 69% lower than 3 years ago. The falls accelerated recently, with the share price down 47% in the last 3 months. So we'll kind of go over some analysis ratings at the end here, but HITI wasn't profitable in the last 12 months. It's unlikely we'll see a strong correlation between its share price and its earnings per share. Arguably, revenue is our next big option. Generally speaking, companies without profits are expected to grow revenue every year at a good clip. Some companies are willing to postpone profitability to grow revenue faster. In the last 12 months, HITI increased its revenue by 99%. That's a strong result, which is better than most other loss-making companies. We're really surprised to see the share price down 77% over the 12 months, but I have been buying it and continue to buy more, so especially if it's going to be in the $1.40, $1.50 range. So might have to buy some more quicker than what I expected if it's going to start going up. So here's kind of a look at their chart, 2020, and you can see here in the last year it's really started to take off. Revenue in the blue, green is the earnings here. Free cash flow in the pink, and the cash flow from operations in the orange. So down 77% over the last year, but the broader market is up 0.8%. However, keep in mind that even the best stock will sometimes underperform the market over the 12-month period. 3-year loss of 19% per year isn't as bad as the last 12 months, suggesting that the company has not been able to convince the market it has solved its problems. But when there's blood in the streets, even if the blood is your own, he also focuses on high-quality stocks with solid prospects, and that's why I've been talking about this one for quite some time. They just keep growing, keep building stores, buying other stores. Every time I talk about them, they have new stores. I've been talking about them since fall of 2021, so I'll link all those videos in the description for you to watch as well. So, close on the first tranche of its acquisition of Choom, and this was last week on the 4th. So, leading a retail-focused MJ company, brick and mortar, as well as global e-commerce assets, pleased to announce the further to a press release on July 7th. Company has completed acquisition through company's creditors Arrangement Act, proceedings of 8 operating retail MJ stores of British Columbia and Alberta. The stores, this is Canadian $4.23 million. The company intends to complete the acquisition of the 9th store in Niagara, Ontario, pending regulatory approvals. 191 West 2nd Avenue in Vancouver, British Columbia. The Vancouver West 2nd store is located in trendy Mount Pleasant neighborhood, close to numerous popular restaurants and retail stores, as well as Olympia Village and Science World. So here's 2 other locations. If you've been to any of these, you can list that in the comments as well. So they actually have a couple different locations here, so if you've been to any of these, that would be interesting to know as well. Here's a little bit more about HITI. Like I said, retail focus MJ company with brick and mortar as well as global e-commerce. Company is the largest Canadian retail recreational MJ measured by revenue, with 139 current locations spanning Ontario, Alberta, British Columbia, Manitoba, and Saskatchewan. And before I forget, just a shout out to my Canadian listeners. I've got about 10% here on the channel now. So, HITI has been serving consumers for over a decade through its established e-commerce platforms. And like I say, I always love these names: GrassCity.com, SmokeCartel.com, New Leaf Laterals, FabCBD.com, Blessed CBD, Amazon UK, as well as the wholesale distribution division under the Valiant Distribution, including the licensed entertainment product manufacturer Famous Brands. HITI was featured in the 3rd annual report on Business Magazine ranking Canada's top growing companies 2021 and was named one of the top 10 performing diversified industries stocks of 2022. So definitely got to keep this one on your radar. That's why I've been watching it so closely and talking about it. So it's just got a lot going for it. Still buying HITI? I would say hell yeah. I have been for the last 2 weeks. So undervalued stock, due diligence, that's for sure. Over here on StockTwits, currently at $1.47. Probably go 500 shares deeper tomorrow, so that's what I'm working for as well, about 500 shares. Price to sales, I went to add. I believe there's... that is true. Powder is ready for tomorrow. Market of 92 million. Crazy potential gains from here are unreal. Just need patience. So that's what I've been doing with a lot of these. I've just had patience with a lot of them. So Hexo I've talked about numerous times. Sundial, Tilray quite a few times. and CGC I've talked about quite a few times here on the channel as well. Over here on MSN Money, currently showing it as a buy. This one has always had a buy rating with a upside to $7.83. But that's all that I have on HITI. If you have this one, go ahead and list it in the comments along with your cost basis, any other information you'd like to share. And if you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing and hit the bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. Again, this is J Money, Falling Forward Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.